Yo, 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 motherfuckers. This is me. How you doing? I just want to get on here and talk about a movie review this quick. Buddy of mine, James Balsamo, he's kind enough to send me a Catch of the Day. This is newer, it's more of a comedy movie with horror elements and shit. Well, actually, almost 50s, 60s sci-fi elements. Uh, excuse me. Oh my god, my stomach hurts. Anyway, no, this was a really it's a fun flick. What it is basically is you got James here. He's Detective Rod Harris, and you got his partner over here, Harry Chew. Now, Rod, he was raised by his uncle because his father got in a explosion accident while he was going and picking up a birthday cake. So he was raised by his uncle, which his uncle was a cop. So therefore, Rod became a cop. He loves to smoke pot. He loves to eat donuts. His partner, he's always cracking on him for being an Asian. It's just jokes the whole way through about just Asian jokes. It's pretty damn funny. It's really, you can really tell it's been influenced by Trauma and 80s and 90s comedies. Just when everything was just really silly and it didn't have to be as serious as most of the shit today. Real life situation kind of comedy bullshit. This is just way out there, bunch of wisecracks. You got Frank Mullen, which is the singer for the band Suffocation. He's playing the big crime boss in this one. He's the Golden Hand, which he's got a golden hand, and he does a really good job shit talking, and he's got a real thick New York accent, and it's just I don't know, he cracks me up every time. And James did a great job as Officer Rod Harris. Excuse me, not Rod Harris, is it? Rod Davis, son of a bitch. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, the only thing, okay, and also I forgot to tell you, there's a scientist in this, a mad scientist that is, sorry, my cat's playing with shit and it's distracting me and I'm retarded. But there's a mad scientist in this that's making up shit for the golden hand. He's making them drugs and shit like that. So, but he's also working on this formula to turn people to, mix a fish with a man and all this other shit. He's just like a mad scientist. Well, he gets involved with Golden Hand, and then, from that, it's then come a big, there's a lobster man in this. There's some, humanoid looking, humanoids from the deep looking kind of monsters, but they're really cheesy. There's gore in this, which I wish there would have been a little bit more gore. But, it's like I said, this is basically more of a comedy than a horror movie. Now, there's a lot of music in this. There's a shitload of cameos. You know how he does. Gets a shitload dudes in metal now. And he gets, he had the Kevin Hedrick, from Basket Case. He's in this. Just the end of it has a Tony Todd cameo that's funny as hell. The only thing that I was gonna say is the movie is 2 hours and 2 hours and 17 minutes long. For me, that's I totally could see this movie if you just took it, cut it in half, because this ends on a kind of a cliffhanger anyway. So it's I think they just could have made this into 2 movies and it would have worked out perfectly. I'm not saying this is a bad movie or anything. I definitely recommend it. I think it's a really fun movie for people that like really silly, just comedy and 80s style shit, which it's not a throwback either. They're not trying to do a throwback. It's just really influencing, you can tell. There's Tits McGee in this, tits all over this movie. There's actually a cock in there if you want to see a cock. And, it was just really fun, man. The music in it, there was a lot of kind of ska music and stuff like that, which isn't really my cup of tea because I'm a miserable son of a bitch. But there was some good death metal. You got some Skeleton Witch in there and stuff like that. That's always awesome. He promotes the shit out of other underground, corporate. He's got Lunch Meat shirt on in this, Adjust Your Tracking shirt, just band shirts, movie shirts for independent movies. He helps out the scene himself. He believes in the scene. And I respect the guy, and I think he just keeps getting better and better. So, James, I just want to say I really dug this, man. And, yeah, I recommend it. I think it's a cool flick. Bye.